Hey there, so let's practice your English pronunciation. More specifically, let's help you get more and more of that American/Canadian accent when you speak English. Hi, I'm Jessie, and you know the drill. I will say the words word by word. You will repeat after me, then after I will put it in a sentence and you'll repeat it exactly as I say it. Pro tip, try to exaggerate. I believe that will help you a lot in developing that accent and really improving yourself. Are you ready? Let's go. First example, hey, Jake, can I sit beside you? So with native English speakers, a lot of the times you'll hear can being pronounced as ken. So ken. So hey, Jake, can I sit beside you? Hey, Jake, can I sit beside you? Oh, did you notice that I accidentally said you? And that was the next thing I was actually going to say. A lot of times when you have the word you after a D sound, you'll often hear you. So hey Jake, can I sit beside you? Beside you? Hey Jake, can I sit beside you? Or beside you? Can I sit beside you? Good job. Response, give me a sec or second. Let me move my books to give you space. So very often in spoken English, instead of saying give me, you'll hear gimme, gimme. And instead of let me, you'll hear lemme, lemme. And instead of second, we're going to say sec, because you will hear that in spoken English sometimes. Give me a sec. Let me move my books to give you space. To give you space. Let me move my books to give you space. Let me move my books. Let me move my books to give you space. To give you space. And listen, the to is actually pronounced to give you space. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me move my books so I can give you some space. Give you some space. Good job. Then he asks Jake, what are you doing? In spoken English, you'll hear, what are you doing? Where the T turns into a flap T. So what are you doing? What are you doing? And you might also hear, what you doing? Or what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? So what are you doing? What are you doing? Or what you doing? What you doing? So sometimes the ing could turn into an in. So doing, doing. What are you doing? And then with the G, what are you doing? Doing, doing. I hope that helps you develop your ear to hear the differences. I am studying. And you? Put it together. I'm studying. And you? I am studying. And you? Did you hear that? I didn't say and you. I said in you. So it's kind of like N, like the letter N. In you? In you? But you might also hear, like I mentioned before, you with the D, Jew, and you. And you? I am studying, and you? And by me sharing with you the different variations of what it can sound like, this will help you better understand native English speakers and to give you ideas of how you can pronounce it as well. Also, speaking of the and that becomes N sometimes, if you know the candy that is M and M's, a lot of times we'll pronounce it M&Ms. So M and M's, because it's plural. Oh, do you want some M&Ms? Do you want some M&Ms? Oh, I love M&Ms. I love M&Ms. That's another example of how and in our day-to-day life, we don't pronounce the D sometimes. Response, I am or I'm looking for a job on the internet. Internet. Notice that sometimes Canadians and Americans will say internet and they won't pronounce the T. So we're going to start internet, 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 internet. So in my example, we're going to say internet, but both are correct. So the first one, we will keep the G at the end of looking. So I'm looking for a job on the internet. I'm looking for a job on the internet. I'm looking for a job on the internet. On the internet. I'm looking for a job on the internet. Good job. Or without the G, I'm looking for a job on the internet. On the internet. I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. Looking for a job. For me personally, I feel like taking the G off and saying looking instead of looking is less professional, but it is fairly casual. It's not vulgar. So a lot of the times when I'm speaking with friends or family, I might say looking instead of looking. So looking, in, looking versus looking, ing, right? In, ing. That takes practice. Then he asks, why are you studying so hard? Often you'll hear that why are will turn into wire. Okay? So why are you studying so hard? Why are you studying so hard? So hard. Why are you studying? Why are you studying so hard? Now we're going to take the G off. Why are you studying so hard? Why are you studying so hard? Studying? Why are you studying so hard? And something you might notice when you're talking to Americans or Canadians, but we will sometimes get rid of the auxiliary when we're asking a question about you. And of course, if there are any phrases or sentences you would like me to include in a future video, feel free to tell me down in the comments section. So instead of saying, why are you studying so hard? Or why are you studying so hard? We might say, why are you studying so hard? Why are you studying so hard? Why are you studying? Why are you studying so hard? Grammatically, it is not correct, but it's something that you will hear. So for example, instead of saying, why do you like him? You can say, why you like him? Or instead of saying, why are you doing that? You can say, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? So keep in mind that it is something that you might notice when you are really listening to native English speakers. Answer, I'm trying to pass my final exam. And something you'll notice, instead of saying trying to, you'll hear tryna. So in a sentence, I'm trying to pass my final exam. I'm trying to pass my final exam. Trying to pass my final exam. I'm trying to pass my final exam. I'm trying to pass my final exam. So some more practice with trying to. Instead of saying, I'm trying to do that, you say, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to run a marathon. So I'm trying to run a marathon. I'm trying to run a marathon. I'm trying to run a marathon. Good job. Response, oh, wow, that's stressful. Oh, wow, that's stressful. That's stressful. Notice that the S at the end of that's blends in with stressful. So it's that stressful. That's stressful. Oh, wow, that's stressful. Oh, wow, that's stressful. Good luck, bud. Good luck, bud. I feel like it's a very Canadian thing to do to call people bud, which sometimes could be a good thing and a bad thing. For example, if someone is mad, you can be like, hey, bud, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Anyways, if you want to practice your pronunciation and improve your Canadian/American accent, click right here and watch some more of these videos. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye.